Hey guys, this is Drakkalan bringing you another Calibria Crystal Gardens video. It's been a while since I've done a post. I wanted to throw up another video that I started working on a couple weeks ago. I was just kind of waiting for the game to figure out what it's going to do as far as, the drama with creating new servers, stealing people's identities in terms of using their likeness in their ads, etc. Seems like the game's going to keep going. Seems like everybody's still okay with it for the most part. So until I see a decline in the population or something posted by them that's just really unacceptable, I'll keep making a couple of videos here and there. So this is just another state of the account video. I wanted to show you guys what I've been working on lately. I haven't been doing much other than rune farming, and haven't really had any luck with rune farming. If you want to take a quick look at it, yeah, and I've started using the Angel of Death again as my farmer because I keep moving my runes around and my monsters around. So I didn't want to keep messing up my friend rep. So I'm just going to use her since I'm not going to use her anywhere else from once I finish building out other uh, monsters. As you can see, her crit rate's only at 86%. Which is fine because her leader skill, if we look at her skills, is crit rate. So she's got 100% crit rate. Her runes need a lot of improvement. They're not great by any means. I'm having to run a crit percent rune to get the proper substats, and as you can see, it's got a bunch of flat stats on it. Almost every rune on her is a common or rare. So nothing fancy. Hopefully I can get better. She does a 14 to 16 second runtime usually, so definitely on par with most Nat 5s. I also went ahead and sanctified her. I gave her a fearless skill. And the fearless skill is just so she deals damage. It doesn't matter what faction she's a part of. If you had an LnD hero, that wouldn't be important, but with her, I just wanted her damage to be consistent with whoever she fights. Alright, so if we look at our storage, one of the things I've been focused on lately is making as many units as I can. Since I haven't been having a lot of luck with rune farming, I'm up to 13 or 14 6-stars. I just don't have the runes to back any of it up, right? Like, I've got almost everything evolved. I've got enough fodder to almost make my next 6-star, so I'll be at 14 6-stars today or tomorrow if I decide to level up some more stuff. The biggest thing, I've been taking 3-stars up. I'm probably going to start trying to make a couple of free-to-play teams. That way if you guys are just starting out and you start to pick up on these videos or start watching my streams, you'll be able to see free-to-play options if you don't have this many Nat 5s. So we got a lot of chaotic farming to do. I'm also going to demonstrate the best way to level up Nat 3s. As you can see, I've got a bunch of witches right here. I've got another witch right here that's already awoken, locked. This is my primary. She's actually a pretty good unit, kind of slept on by most people. The best way to level these up, I took her to 4-star by just taking 3 of the others and feeding them to her. That way you get skill ups and you're not wasting fodder. Once I get done with that, I'm going to take 4 of these guys up to max level, and then I'll feed the witches to them that I summoned by that point. That only leave me with 3 spare witches. And once you feed these 3 witches into one of these other ones, all those skill ups will still apply to the primary once you decide to feed it to her. So it's just a quick, easy way so you're not wasting time, wasting fodder. And you're not just dumping witches or, nat 3s for the skill ups alone. You're kind of being as efficient as possible with leveling your monsters. I've got all my nat 5s except for Nocturna and the Abyss Lord up to 6-star status right now. And Arcanist, I forgot I summoned an Arcanist. And other than that, like I'm kind of just trying to make sure I've got enough units and teams built for when they come out with the new dungeon in the next few months. So I'm ready for whatever that's going to require. I haven't been very active in PvP because I just can't get the runes I need to really go after it. I did a rune pack video earlier tonight just to kind of demonstrate what that gets you for $100. I think it's worthwhile early game. The biggest takeaway from it is I'm not a big fan of equipment and rune packs. I think it makes it too easy for people just to spend money. I'm fine with people summoning. I feel like that's a good enough advantage if you're going to dump money into a game, is just to buy the packs and do enough summons. That's something else I can show you guys too. My strategy right now, as far as summoning, is I'm going for the archive rewards. I'm 2 to 3 away on most of them, except for obviously Hades. I just don't get that many LnD scrolls. So what I've chosen to do is with any extra guild points, any extra glory tokens from the arena, I'm just going to focus on my Asura summons since he's the closest. So I'm just going to keep summoning for evil heroes until I get Ironheart and I think it's Demon Lord. Destruction Idol. The last two I need so I can summon him. And that's what I recommend everybody doing. Any extra points you have, just focus down on whichever one of these you want. Like I really want Zeus, but you know, I've got 3 monsters to go for him. I've got 3 heroes to go for Eve. So we're just going to focus on Asura. Backing it up. Let's go ahead and do some summons real quick. Like I said, I really, other than just farming and leveling, haven't done anything special. I'm waiting for more content to come out. And I've got that one LnD scroll. I'm hoping to get be nice to get a Nat 5 out of that. Or even a Nat 4. And we'll just go ahead and do that. Hopefully we get lucky, but I've pretty much gotten dupes up. There we go, Nat 4. Awesome, that's a new unit. I can't wait to build him out. I know everybody says he's pretty good. I fought one earlier today in Guild War. So I'll probably build him for C10, let him run with Popo. I've been needing a second hero. So I guess we know what our next 6 star is going to be. If we look at his skills, skill 1, swiftly slash at an enemy to deal 380% of attack and damage, 60% chance to poison the target for 2 turns. So it's a skill 1 poison. That's nice. Skill 2, we've got attack an enemy 2 times with a shuriken. Each attack deals 220% of attack and damage, 40% chance to poison and silence target for 2 turns. So the silence is nice for Guild War PvP, not so much for dungeons. But again, it's another multi-hit poison. The secondary skill 2, throw Toxic Shuriken at all enemies 2 times. Each attack deals 110% of attack and damage, 30% chance to poison targets for 2 turns. So this is probably the one I'll do is the AoE poison. That way he can help with the wave clears a little bit faster. Skill 3, we've got attack an enemy 6 times. Each attack deals 100% of attack and damage. First attack has an 80% chance to disable target's passive skills for 2 turns. Attacks 2 to 6 will poison the target if they are a critical strike. So definitely want to build this guy with 100% crit rate for this skill. Blocking passives, that's huge. That's why I'm seeing him in Guild War so much lately. Whatever his passive is Noxus Spell. Precisely control effects of poison after attacking. 70% chance to increase duration of active poison effects by 1 turn. So that's really good for dungeons. I wouldn't use that for PvP, but for PvE that'd be great. Especially if you pair him up with Popo. So I know a lot of people like to use the burns with, I can't think of the light, it's a LnD monster, Yaksha. So I think it's Yaksha, and you pair him up with Medusa or Demon Idol or whatever it is that does the burns, and they explode. So this guy's definitely going to work great with Popo, and Popo needs some help. Even with 60 to 80% hit, he still doesn't land his poisons every single time. So I'll probably skill up his Lunar Guillotine to use for PvP, but I will probably build this Noxious spell for his PvE over time. The other passive Venom spell, focus poison on an enemy's weakness, increase attack by 25% and 70% chance to activate a 30% drain effect when attacking poison enemies. So that seems pretty nice too. I'll probably have to test those out and see which one I like better. But I kind of like increasing the duration. That means you're not relying so much on hit percent. You've got a really good chance of just increasing what's already there. And with Popo constantly counterattacking and all, this is probably the best way to go. His leader skill is plus 19% to all allied heroes. So it'd be nice to have a speed lead, even if it's only 19%. I think we got a few more scrolls we can summon. Oh, and I'm going to summon Athena too. I just got the chips for her yesterday. So let's go ahead and do these last 4 Mystic summons, and then we'll bring Athena in. And like I said, anytime you guys do Guild War, make sure you're doing it you're participating as much as possible. That way you can get all your 800 Guild War points a week for Athena. It's a free Nat 5. She's got good potential possibilities. You never know what's going to get buffed down the road either. I know some people aren't too thrilled about her, but I think she's going to be a good unit. Monks, we need more skill ups on him. And the beetle. We don't need any more beetles. I got plenty of those. Alright, so let's go ahead and summon Athena. So all in all, a pretty good day with the account. New Nat 5 and a new Hattori. Definitely building Hattori first. So Athena, she's I guess a light unit, assist type. Skill 1, Glorious Rush, raise the Staff of Divine Light to attack an enemy to deal 430% of attack and damage, 75% chance to dispel one of the target's buffs. Maybe we can use her in place of the Druid. Summon Divine Lightning to attack all enemies 2 times. Each attack deals 100% of attack and damage to each enemy, and has a 40% chance to increase cooldowns of all enemy skills by 1 turn and slow them for 2 turns. So a slow and a skill cooldown, that's pretty nice. Smash the ground with the staff to pray for victory, increase all allies' defense for 2 turns, and grant them immunity for 1 turn. So AoE defense and AoE immunity for your team. That's definitely good. Probably going to come in handy for the Spire. Goddess's Order. The Goddess of Wisdom and War orders all allies to attack an enemy. She herself will not join the attack. So this is what I like. I think this is going to be good for PvP. If we just go ahead and speed her up as much as possible so she goes first. Or if we could get a defense break in there before, I guess that'd be better. But either way, this will just guarantee you 1 kill as long as your units are built. Will to win. The Goddess of War and Victory is fearless in battle. When more heroes in your squad are alive than in the enemies, 50% chance to revive with 15% hit points upon being killed. That's kind of too RNG based for me. I'd probably just leave that one alone. Dawn of Hope. Goddess of War and Victory instills the heart of every fighter with hope. At the start of each turn, 10% chance to revive a random ally with 30% HP. Yeah, we're just going to stick with the everybody attacks. And leader skill, all allied heroes, resistance plus 41%. I don't really see a use for that right now. I'd rather have accuracy. But again, it's not bad. Everybody gets it. And that's all I've got, guys. We're going to work on Hattori now. Come in here and unlock these heroes. Probably don't have enough to evolve them yet. Yeah, I need to go do some farming. But let me know your guys' input, if there's something you'd like to see, if there's anything you'd prefer to see built. Like I said, I've already cleared all the tier 10 dungeons. I've just been leveling and trying to do rune farming, not having any luck with rune farming. Hopefully you guys are doing better than me. I haven't really gotten anything spectacular in a long time. I was trying to roll nothing but 6 stars, and I found that after about a week of farming with selling every single 5-star rune, I was only getting 1 to 2 runes a day. So that's pretty bad. Really hope they come out with those new dungeons soon. And as you can see, almost everything's a rare rune. Very few legendaries, and even fewer 6-star legendaries. But we'll get Hattori built up on probably a agile crit or something similar so that he can take as many turns as possible. Maybe I'll move my Berserk runes off my Necromancer or something onto him. See if that won't let us just burn the boss down as fast as possible. So hope you guys are staying safe and having a good weekend.